gold and glamour, a love beyond wealth. I saw her standing there, alone, in front of his big mansion, crying like a child who had lost everything. That's the first thing I remember from that day. Mariama, the most beautiful woman in our village, was always smiling, always laughing. But that day she was broken. You see, Mariama had been in love with Idris, the richest man in our village. Idris had everything, big cars, the huge house, gold jewelry that shone so bright you'd think the sun was jealous. Everyone thought they were perfect together. She had beauty, he had wealth. But Idris didn't love Mariama like she loved him. He was too busy with his money and parties, always surrounded by people who only cared about what he could give them. Mariama, on the other hand, wanted a simple life with love, peace, and happiness. I remember when they first started dating. Idris showered her with gifts, necklaces, dresses, shoes. Anything she pointed at, Idris would buy. People in the village were jealous of Mariama. They thought she had it all. I even envied her for a bit. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. One day, I bumped into Mariama at the market. She was picking out the smallest, cheapest fruits. I asked her why. She smiled, but her eyes didn't match. She said, all this gold and glamour, it's not enough. I thought Idris was the man of my dreams, but he's always far away. Even when he's with me, he's not present. I could see the pain in her eyes. She was lonely. She had the world in her hands, but her heart was empty. Months passed, and Idris became more distant. He was never home, always traveling for business or attending fancy events in the city. Mariama, who used to be the center of attention, was now just another ornament in his life, something to show off but not truly care for. Then one day, everything changed. Idris came back from a trip and he didn't even go home to see Mariama. He went straight to another woman's house, a woman named Fotu, who wasn't as beautiful as Mariama but had her own charm. The news spread like wildfire. Mariama had it too. That's when I saw her in front of his mansion, crying. She had given everything to this man, her love, her trust, her future, and he threw it all away for someone else. But here's the part that surprised everyone. Instead of begging him to stay, Mariama wiped her tears, picked herself up, and walked away. She left behind the gold, the gifts, the mansion, all of it. A few months later, she married Kofi, a simple man who worked as a farmer. He didn't have much, but he loved her with all his heart. I ran into her again at the market, and this time, her smile was real. I found what I was looking for, she said. It wasn't in gold or glamour. It was in love, simple and pure. And from that day on, I learned something important. Wealth can buy you many things, but it can't buy the one thing that truly matters, love. Mariama taught us that.